Hi friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. It is October 30th, so we're almost through the end of the month. I'm planning on doing NaNoWriMo in November, and I kind of wanted to get through some of the books on my TBR before the end of the month. And so I thought, what better way than to do a little 24-hour readathon with my patrons and channel members and read a whole bunch of manga. So that's what we're doing, and I thought I would do a reading vlog. I've been meaning to catch up on some manga series, and I get through these very quickly, so I thought that this would be a nice way to end October before I head into a month of mostly doing a lot of writing and a lot less reading. I'm going to be doing a couple of reading sprints tomorrow for patrons and channel members, and the readathon goes from this evening till midnight on Halloween, and we'll see how much of this manga I can get through. I don't read a ton of manga, but I've been getting into it a little bit more, and I have quite a bit on my TBR I want to get through. So let me show you what I'm planning on reading. I have like 10 volumes of manga I'd like to get through, but even if I don't get quite there, that's fine too. First, I would like to finish what I own of the Ancient Magus Bride series, which is volumes 6 through 10. I've read the first 5 volumes, and while I do have some questions, and I've talked about this series in the past, you can check my reviews of them, there are some things that I'm like, I don't know, I know this is a thing in manga, but it's been getting better, some of the problems I've had with it. So, you know, we'll see how it goes, but I would like to go ahead and finish up the rest of the volumes that I own, because these have been sitting on my TBR for a long time. I want to continue with Witch Hat Atelier, and I have volume 2, which was recently gifted to me from a patron, so thank you to Stephanie for that. I don't own any other volumes, but I at least want to go ahead and read this one, and I think the artwork on these is just so pretty. I really loved volume 1. I also want to continue on with Yona of the Dawn, which is like political fantasy romance. Really enjoyed volume 1. I have more on my TBR, so I've got volumes 2, 3, and 4. I'm missing volume 5, otherwise maybe I would try to get to more, because I think I have volumes 6 and 7, but I at least would like to maybe get through those 3. And then lastly, I have one that I know nothing about, but I picked it up at a used bookstore. This is Kiss and White Lily for My Dearest Girl by Kano, and I believe this is like a YA sapphic romance. So they're like going from middle school into high school, and they're friends that like each other. That's what it seems like. So I don't know if this is good or not, but we're gonna find out. So those are the 10 volumes of manga I'm hoping to read during this 24-hour readathon. It hasn't started just yet, but I thought I would do this intro clip before we actually get going, and I will update you and let you know how things go. Wish me luck and happy Halloween. Y'all, I just got home from picking up my kids from school. Haven't started reading yet, but a very exciting box arrived and I wanted to share. Some of you may or may not know that I am doing a special holiday box that I'm sending out to some of my patrons, and this year I'm doing a fancier version working with small businesses, and I opened up pre-orders for 10 extras and they sold out really fast. So they're sold out, but very, very excited to say that Forever Romance is sponsoring the boxes, and I just got a box of books that are going to be going into these boxes. So there are a few different ones. They let me pick the different ones. Each box will be getting one of these books. Okay, here she is. Thank you so much to Dana and Forever Romance. Y'all are amazing. So we have Kiss and Spell by Celestine Martin, which is a witchy romance with black love. I haven't read this one yet, but I read the first book in the series and it was amazing. Oh, I spy My Rogue to Ruin by Erica Ridley. I just finished reading this and it is a rompy good time. I love this entire series. Historical romance, also by a Black queer author. Y'all, this is epic. Then we have Behind the Scenes by Corelia Stutz-Waters. This is a super great sapphic romance with older heroines who are like 40-ish. And then, let's see if I can find the last book in the box. Are they all the way at the bottom? Oh, I spy it. I spy it. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this one's not even out yet. For Never and Always by Helena Greer. plus size holiday romance. I'm so excited. And I know she was going to send an extra one of these for me so I can have one too. I love it. Thank you so much to Forever. Alright, I am back home. I have not made any more progress on this because I went and had coffee with my husband after seeing the kids in their cute little parade. I am about to go live and do some reading sprints with patrons in just about 20 minutes. So we'll see how many volumes of manga I can get through.
DNF it because like it's an own rep like gay romance, so like I was very excited.
We just finished on sprints. We were sprinting for like 3.5 hours and it was fun. Izzy came on, Shay from Shay Geeks Out came on, Bree from Locked Booktition came on, and you know, we had some good patron channel member sprints going on. I actually accomplished quite a bit. I mean, of course we were chit-chatting for parts of it, so it's not like we're actually reading for 3 whole hours, but I got through 4 volumes of manga, which we're going to talk about, and I have decided I'm going to DNF the rest of the Ancient Magus Bride series, so we'll talk about the reasons for that, but those are getting off my TBR at the very least, which is good. And then I just plan to do 3 volumes of Yona of the Dawn tonight, which should be fun. So we're doing sprints again at 9:30 after we take the kids trick-or-treating and put them to bed and everything. So let's talk about what I was able to finish. First, I read Kiss and White Lily for My Dearest Girl, which is such a weird name, I mean, let's be honest, and I liked it. It was cute. I didn't realize that it doesn't just follow the one couple. So these girls they're like early high school academic rivals, but like are into each other, and then there are 2 other couples as well that it kind of follows. So I do feel like it hops around a little bit. We don't maybe get as much in-depth focus on just like the one relationship as I might have wanted, but they were all cute. I enjoyed them. It was fun. I liked it. Would I continue on with more volumes of the series? Maybe. Like if I saw them I might pick them up, but it's not something I feel like I necessarily need to. But yeah, cute little sapphic high school romance manga. So if you're looking for that, it's kind of adorable. She's mad because she wants to be the top student at the school and so is battling for her place, but also they like each other. It's fun. Then I read volume 2 of Witch Hat Atelier. I just love the art in these books. It's so good, and I really like the storytelling. I think if you're a fantasy reader, this is definitely worth a read. I would say the first couple volumes feel like middle grade fantasy. I have heard they get darker and feel older the farther you go in, but we're following some young girls who are studying magic at an atelier, so like a little magic school, and dealing with challenges and you know, there's complex, larger things going on in the world, and there's some villains we don't know a lot about. There are mysterious questions, but I'm really enjoying this a lot. I absolutely loved volume 2, and I definitely want to continue on in the series if I can pick up more volumes. Finally, I read volumes 6 and 7 of Ancient Magus Bride. Volume 6 was great. This was the Christmas volume. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It very much felt like a Christmassy thing. We have holiday gift shopping. We have something that feels inspired by some of those classic holiday movies like It's a Wonderful Life or Christmas Carol, a thing with a girl who loses her brother to fey magic and has to get him back because they had been fighting. So that feels very Christmassy to me, and I loved this. This one would be like a 5-star read. But then we got to volume 7, and this is where I decided to DNF. There was something that came up in a previous volume that I had some issues with, but I was like, well, I'm enjoying the series. Maybe this is kind of a one-off. I'll keep going and see how it goes. But this one went a bit too far for me to be comfortable with it. So the thing is that there is a villain in the series named Kartophilus, and Kartophilus is based on the medieval anti-Semitic legend of the Wandering Jew. This is a legend that was co-opted by Nazis for propaganda. It's got a very long history. And when he originally popped up as a villain in the story in a previous volume, I had seen a review of that. I was like, I don't love that, but it's, you know, I don't know that this is a main theme. I don't know that it's intentional. We'll keep tentatively going and see what happens. So Cartophilus shows up again in this volume. And as it turns out, I did a little research, he is the main villain in the series. And on top of that, this volume introduced a blonde alchemist side character named Adolf. And I'm uncomfy. I feel like this is pinging some anti-Semitism red flags for me. I don't know if that was the intent, but that's so that to me is a bridge too far. And as much as I've really enjoyed some of the volumes of this, I don't know that I'm invested enough in the story that I want to keep going. So I'm going to be unhauling volumes 8, 9, and 10 and DNFing the series. I had been tentatively continuing and hoping that maybe it would just be like a one-time thing and it wouldn't be an issue, but that seems not to be the case. So really enjoyed volume 6. We got a nice little Christmas volume. Volume 7, not such a fan of, and you know, hey, it's 3 more books off my TBR, so I'm not too mad about it, but that is where we're at. So left on my TBR are volumes 2, 3, and 4 of Yona of the Dawn, which is a political fantasy romance. I really enjoyed volume 1. I'm excited to keep going. I do own a few more volumes of this, but I'm missing volume 5. So I would need to buy that before I could go beyond these 3. I've been trying to find them cheaper used on Manga books when people are selling them. So I have volumes 7 and 8 and 9 I think are on their way to me. So I do have some of them, but I'm missing volume 5. So that is what's left on my TBR. Right now, I have about an hour and a half before I have to leave and go meet my kids for some trick-or-treating. So I'm going to try to get some editing done and catch up on some book reviews because I'm super behind. And then I will be back tonight to do more reading sprints and see how much more I can read, and I will wrap up the vlog. And maybe I'll give you a little bit of footage of trick-or-treating with costumes because that's always fun. Oh man, I'm tired, but we're about to start round 2 of sprints. So I've got Yona of the Dawn. Let's see how much I can get read before the night is over. Good morning. I am here to wrap up this video. I read last night on sprints until I was starting to like nod off in the middle of reading and was just too tired to keep going. So I didn't quite hit my goal, but I got pretty close and I'm really happy with how it went. I ended up reading volumes 2 and 3 of Yona of the Dawn, and I read about the first third of volume 4 and then finished it up this morning, which is November 1st. So I would definitely call that a success. And I've got to tell you, I love this series. I think if you like political fantasy with a bit of romance, these are excellent. And in volume 3, we start this new kind of plot arc quest to find these 4 dragons. They're not actual dragons, they're people with like dragon blood who have special powers to help Yona take back her throne, and the character work is really good. I am such a fan. I see why these are so popular, and I'm really excited to keep going with the series. Overall, a fantastic 24 hours. I was able to complete 6 volumes of manga. I unhauled a few volumes of manga, and my TBR is a little bit smaller than it was when we started this project. Also, now I need to go out and buy volume 5 of Yona of the Dawn so that I can keep reading, because I'm really into the story, I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. Hopefully this was fun with all the Halloween content and some great manga series that I was able to read, and one that I ended up DNFing, so I think we had some solid discussions and some really good progress on the TBR. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts on anything in this video. And for question of the day, one of 2 things. If you are a manga reader, recommend a series to me that you think I would enjoy based on things that you see me liking. What is something, if you read manga, that you think I should check out that maybe I haven't yet? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, you can tell me about what you did for Halloween. How was your Halloween celebration? Did you do anything for it? Did you have fun? I had a good time, but I was so tired after trick-or-treating with the kids and them going to bed late. I definitely did not make it super long on reading sprints, but we did okay. I was just like really tired by the end of it. So overall, a success. Let me know how things went for you. If you like this video, it always helps if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.